Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I'm Hannah Ashton, and today I'm going to be sharing the formula for how you can achieve your resolution in 2020. I'm going to be sharing with you my strategy today. I know there's a lot of different ways to go around goal setting, to go around setting resolutions. So if you have something that worked for you in years past, definitely resort back to that. But if you're like, Hannah, the same thing happens every year. January 1st, I write down a list of things I want to change about myself or do in the year, and then I forget about them by mid-January, or I get to the summer and I'm like, holy cow, half the year has gone by and I feel like I haven't really accomplished anything, or I haven't changed in any way for the better. And so if that's kind of what you're feeling, what you have experienced in the past, I hope that the strategy that I'm going to share with you today will change that for you. If you're new here, I make a lot of self-development, business, and college content, so definitely hit the subscribe button. Let me know if you're new. If you're finding me through this video, I'd love to say hi, and let's go ahead and get into this. What I do is I actually break up my year into the quarters. So businesses do this a lot of times, and I think it's great for personal goals as well. I find that when I'm setting a goal for a whole year, that is way too much time. And so in January, I'm like, I don't need to go to the gym. I have a whole year to lose 10 pounds or to work out 4 times a week. Like, I got 12 months to figure it out. And then when you have that mindset, that year goes by and you don't do a thing. So instead, I give myself shorter deadlines, a shorter amount of time to achieve just a few specific goals. And then when the next quarter comes around, that is when I set a new series of goals. So the quarters work like this, 3 months in every quarter. So quarter 1, we're starting January 1st. It's January, February, March. Quarter 2 is April, May, June. Quarter 3 is July, August, September. And quarter 4 is October, November, December. So let's say you're feeling super inspired right now. You're like, I have so many things I want to change about my life in 2020. That's awesome. Take time to write a list, write all the things down. I did this in years past. Maybe there's 10, maybe there's 20 items on this list, ranging from everywhere from health to faith to personal goals, whatever you may need. Write out the list of everything you want to achieve in 2020, but know that starting January 1st, you are not going to try to break those habits and start those resolutions. You're not going to try to do all of them on January 1st. Then it is time to choose, let's say 3. You can choose maybe 3 to 5 if some of the goals you think are kind of easier to achieve, but mainly 3 things you want to focus on in the first 3 months of 2020. Again, we're narrowing it down to 3, so you are going to go hard on these 3 resolutions, these 3 goals of yours, till March. And then once March is done, hopefully you will have achieved 1, 2, or all 3 of them. And then you can set new goals at the end of March for the next quarter, for April, May, and June. For me, it is to do 2 new speaking engagements. I'm doing both of those in January, so I know by March those will be done. So my second goal for quarter 1 is to lose 5 pounds, and I'm gonna go more into detail about why this is a goal, and that's the example I'm gonna use for this strategy. And then my third goal is to create a new product for my business, get the designs in the works so that in quarter 2, I can go into the manufacturing and the production of that product. But quarter 1, I'm just focusing on the design and prep for that product. So those are my 3 goals. But now for the next step is figuring out how you're actually going to achieve that goal. And for that, I have a strategy right here for you guys in my book. I just used a blank piece of paper to write it out. You can do it digitally, whatever you want, but I recommend doing it physically and not just thinking about it in your head. Actually write down these things. So at the top of your piece of paper, you are going to write your resolution or your goal. For me, it's to lose 5 pounds. And I know in my 20 resolution ideas video, I said one of the resolutions could be to actually go by your measurements, like measuring your width of your body, but instead of doing by weight. But for me, I am in a challenge with my family, and we all set different goals for in 6 months how much weight we want to lose. For me, I would love to lose 10 pounds by July, so in 6 months. And I know the whole idea of weight loss and how to achieve the weight loss goals is obviously there's so many routes you can take. I'm going to be trying to do mine a very healthy way, a very easy way. So that's why for the first quarter, for just 3 months, to be able to achieve my goal of losing 10 pounds in 6 months, in 3 months, I need to lose about 5 pounds. And this is just a personal thing for me. I feel like I'm pretty strong and healthy, but I do think that 10 pounds can just make me feel a little bit more toned and fit. And just, I wrote out my why, which I'll read in a second, but I am doing this with my family and we are going by weight. So whether you think I need to lose 5 pounds, whether you don't think I need to lose any pounds, whether you think I need to lose 20, like just if you could keep your opinions to yourself, that'd be great. This is just a personal goal that I am wanting to share with you guys to break down how I'm going to reach it. Really, and this is hard for me, like business goals, I can do an event, I can create a product, but when it comes to like personal health and fitness goals, they are much harder for me to achieve. So this is going to be a challenge for me and I want to bring you guys along. So if you want fitness updates, videos, I would be happy to do those, but this is going to be a challenge for me. So I'm right there with you. Work through a hard goal with me in this first 3 months. We can do it. Okay, anyway, so that is my goal that I'm going to be breaking down for you guys. So you write your goal or your resolution at the top, and then you're going to give yourself an end date within these 3 months for like one of those work goals for hosting the 2 speaking engagements. I know I'm going to get those done in January, so my end date is January. I think I'll be done by like the 30th. But for this one, it is going to be March 31st, the end of my first quarter. Then you can write out habits. So our days, workarounds are habits. If you think about it, most of your day on an average work day, you are repeating the same thing from the previous day, whether you're in school, whether you have a job. Now, if you have kind of a unique lifestyle, then maybe your everyday doesn't look the same and every day is completely different. But most likely, for most of you, your average work days look pretty much the same. For me, I wake up, I go to class, I do homework, I do YouTube work, I hang out with friends, I eat some meals, and I try to work out, and then I watch some Netflix and go to bed. So by implementing healthy habits and taking away bad habits, that is how you're going to change your day, which then changes your week, which changes your month and your year, and eventually your life. So habits, I truly believe, are the way to make positive or negative changes in your life, whichever way you go. So in order to achieve your goal, you're gonna need to think about what habits are gonna get me to that goal. For example, in order to lose 5 pounds, I know that I need to cut out processed sugar from my diet. Sugar is like my biggest culprit. I have the biggest sweet tooth. I can snack on chocolate all day, every day, and a lot of days I do. So one of my habits that I'm gonna switch from my daily routine is not grabbing that handful of chocolate chips every time I get a sweet craving, or taking the processed sugar out of my lattes, just having almond milk in them. I know cutting out processed sugar from my diet is a habit that I can do daily that will, in the end, make a big difference in helping me achieve my goal of losing 5 pounds. I know I also need to implement working out more into my schedule and make it a priority. There's a lot of days last year that I would prioritize work and say, oh, I don't have time for an hour workout and the 15-minute drive to the gym or to the workout class because I need to use that time to edit this video or to work on this project or to take this meeting. And this year, I really want to make that change and instead put my health first. The next habit is to eat dessert only once a week. Since I'm cutting out processed sugar from my diet, I know I want to implement, I know I still need to give myself like healthier alternatives like fruit and yogurt, or I am in college and there are a lot of fun get-togethers like going out to eat and going to get ice cream or whatever that I still want to do and enjoy this semester in college. So I'm just telling myself once a week you can go eat out, you can not like a cheat meal, but more just like higher enjoyment and just to go have fun and get that ice cream, get the cookie, whatever. I also know I need to be eating more vegetables mainly in my diet, so I want to make sure I get my daily dose of greens in, which I can do at breakfast, lunch, or dinner. So that's how I'm implementing that habit, is switching out maybe a side salad at lunch or dinner, adding spinach to a smoothie at breakfast. That's a habit that I can switch to achieve my goal. The next item I had you write down was accountability. I think having someone or something to keep you accountable is so important, and for me a lot of times it's you guys. Like, I am making this video, I am telling you my goal is to lose 5 pounds in 3 months, and so I'm putting it out there. You guys are my accountability, but also my family challenge is my accountability. So we're gonna have my brother, who isn't part of the challenge, keep us accountable, and he's gonna check in on us and see how we're doing over the next few months. So I have you guys and my family to keep me accountable. So I better do this. And then lastly, I wrote the why. You can write this at the top if that's better for you. But for me, my why of why I want to lose 5 pounds in this first quarter is I want to feel better in my clothes, on camera, and for myself. When I am my healthiest, I can perform better overall in my life. I look at myself all the time. I mean, I think we all do as we get ready in the mornings, but even for me, I'm rewatching videos of myself, I'm analyzing pictures of myself, and I go through waves of like, oh my gosh, like love the way you look, or wow, Hannah, you could really like tone up here, or through spurts of like analyzing a certain part of my body or my face, how I look. And I really just want to be able to feel better about myself when I'm rewatching my videos or looking at pictures of myself. And I just want to do that for me. So then on the left page, what I actually did is I wrote a place for me to write my start weight, which I actually have not weighed myself yet since coming up with this plan. But if you guys want to come along on the challenge, I probably will share my weight with you guys, because I always get frustrated when I'm watching like a weight or health video and they're talking about weight loss, but they're not sharing the numbers. So I will most likely share those numbers with you guys if you want videos centered around that. But what I did do was I wrote out my routine. So whether you need to write out a weekly routine or a daily routine or both, figure out where you can implement these habits or take out habits from your daily routine by writing it out. So on Sundays, I want to grocery shop. Whether I grocery shop on Sundays or just over the weekend, I want to have food stocked in my fridge by Sunday night so that I am going to meal prep. I got an air fryer for Christmas because I don't have a kitchen in my dorm room, and so this is like a mini oven basically, and it healthily, I know it says fryer, but it actually is very healthy because it only uses air and you don't have to add much added oil or butter or anything like that to your food to cook it. So I'm going to use my air fryer and meal prep on Sundays. That is my goal. Again, I want to vlog it for you guys. I thought about what my daily schedule is going to look like each day of the week so that I can implement these healthy habits into my schedule. So that is the strategy that I am using to achieve my goals, specifically this hard one for me, which is to lose some weight. But you guys obviously apply this to whatever. If you have something really big, like you want to start a business or you want to start a YouTube channel and there's like so many to-dos, what I recommend doing, this is the strategy I use for this, is write down every little step that it takes to start that YouTube channel, whether it's like learn how to make thumbnails, learn how to edit, buy a camera, learn how to film on my phone to start out with. Like write down every task you think it would take to start this YouTube channel, and then find an hour in your everyday. Most likely it'd be easiest to add it into your morning, which means waking up earlier, but you can do it. I believe in you. But every hour you just start working on one of those tasks every day. So that's like for a little bit of a different goal, for something that's like a project. That's what I recommend doing. But for goal setting, this is what I'm doing. Again, it's just what works for me. If you think it's not gonna work for you, don't try it. Don't leave any hate in the comments. Just let me know what works best for you. But I hope this was helpful, and let me know what your resolutions or your goals are for this first quarter. It's in the comments. I'd love to hear them, and let me know what other videos you guys wanna see in 2020. All right, I love you guys so much, and Happy New Year. Bye. Peace out.